You can now get a 30-day trial to experience The Athletic for free. Visit the link in the description below to try it now.
Hello, welcome back to Tifo IRL. I'm JJ Bull, and in this video, we're going to look at Real Madrid and where their loanees are. This is what the team looked like. Well, this is the last lineup we saw against Shakhtar Donetsk. And over here are the 5 loanees. Odriozola, Brahim Diaz, Borja Mayoral, Renier, and Takefusa Kubo. So let's look at how they're getting on and what they do. So Alvaro Odriozola is a Spanish right back, this guy here. Now, the problem he's got at Real Madrid is that Dani Carvajal is the first choice right back and has been for a long time. And also Lucas Vazquez, who played as a right winger against Shakhtar recently and has done for a lot of the last few seasons, is also preferred at right back. Vazquez is also often used as a right wing back, as is Carvajal when they play a back three and have wing backs. Odriozola is currently on loan at Fiorentina. He is 25, he's been told he's not part of Ancelotti's plans, and so you might expect that when his contract eventually runs out, which isn't long from now, he'll probably be off. Nothing really exciting about Odriozola. Let's stop talking about him. How about this guy, Brahim Diaz? Now, you might remember him from being at Manchester City. He started to break into Pep Guardiola's team when he was still there, and then he moved to Real Madrid, where, maybe not unsurprisingly, but he just couldn't break into a team full of players like Modric and Kroos and Isco and Hazard and Asensio, all these lads. Now, Diaz is a 10. He can play off the left as well, but for AC Milan he plays as a 10, and he's doing okay just now. 3 goals in 7 games this season, plays behind Olivier Giroud, and Alex did a video about AC Milan's tactics recently in IRL where he talks a lot more about Diaz's involvement and how important he is for them. But he's been there for 2 years, so it's not sure whether he'll actually sign for AC. There's an optional fee in his contract, which they could possibly take up. But that's where Brahim Diaz is. He's 22 years old, like I say, he's a number 10. Borja Mayoral is someone you might recognise if you're a fan of Football Manager, because he's often been touted as a wonder kid. He's what I describe as a pressing forward. He's a number 9, quite similar actually to Luka Jovic, who they signed a couple of seasons ago and then put out on loan, and now he's back at Real Madrid, not really getting a game. But Mayoral has been at Roma and cannot get a game for Jose Mourinho. He just sort of plays as a straight 9. What's his record like? He's 24. He's made 2 substitute appearances this season for a combined 20 minutes. However, interestingly, if you look him up in stats sites like FBref, his statistics make him look comparable to players like Edison Cavani, Luis Suarez, and Andre Silva. Like, his numbers are good, but he just doesn't get into the team. And I don't think he'll ever going to make the cut at Real Madrid, but that's why he's out on loan. He's not going to make it into the team, especially when you've got Benzema, you've got Jovic, and also there's the small chance that someone like Kylian Mbappe might sign at some point soon, maybe at the end of the season. Now, moving on. Renier, another 10. Real Madrid like signing 10s, that's what they like doing. And this guy is currently on loan at Borussia Dortmund, who are well known for bringing through youth players and making the best use of them. Now, he's a Brazilian number 10, like an advanced playmaker. He plays behind the striker, and often like his only goal I think he scored for Borussia Dortmund is with Haaland making a run in here, and he just turns up from deep to finish a move like this, just into an empty net. But because that's what he does, he plays. He's not like he's not a dribbly boy. He's more of a passer. Really good close control. He can run with the ball. He's good at dribbling, but he's not very fast. Like he's fast enough, but he's not lightning. So he tends to play in crowded spaces. So if you have a whole bunch of players around him, this is where he's good. He'll play first time balls around the corner for players. So if you want him here, this is when you can definitely get strikers in behind, because he manages to find the first touch from a pass in here, puts it through. Very forward thinking, could conceivably make it at Real Madrid, but you can't really get in the Borussia Dortmund team just now, so maybe not again. Again, they like buying 10s, that's what they like doing. But he's only 19, and last season he scored 1 and assisted 1 from 1 start and 13 substitute appearances, and that's all I have to say about him. And the last one of all is my favourite, Takefusa Kubo, who is a Japanese left-footed, inverted right winger, inside forward, kind of a 10. He's been described as the Japanese Messi because he plays in a very similar way. He's really quick to accelerate. He's got amazing close control, full of flair. He's got a great technique, does little things in the middle of the pitch where he'll flick it over someone to get round them. He is back on loan at the moment at Mallorca. He was there before. He's back now. He's made 6 appearances so far this season, but is currently injured as we film this. But like, he is conceivably the one, I think, you could probably make it in the team. You can take Vasquez out if you play with this inside forward. If he does well at Mallorca, of course. He's very young, he can still become good. But there's examples of him just being able to run straight at defenders. Whereas, I mean, a lot of wingers, you want to go out on the outside. Kubo runs straight at people and can go past them. And there's a goal he scored against Getafe. Is it Getafe? Levante? It's Levante he scored against, where he scores one of these like messy kind of shots from kind of here, just from running straight at defenders. Don't know which way he's going to go, because he can go inside, outside. Really good close control. There's videos of him in training at Real Madrid when you see what kind of a player he is. He's really quick, a bit like Messi. And that's what the Loanees are doing. There's a couple of youngsters coming through. Miguel Gutierrez is a left back that might break in. David de la Vabora is another left back might come through. Antonio Blanco is a defensive midfielder who might be able to break in. But the team's all right. The Loanees, all of these, apart from Kubo, probably aren't going to play for Real Madrid again. And that's where Real Madrid's Loanees are.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you do enjoy Tifo, then you'll probably also like The Athletic. If you watch our tactics videos, you should go and read Michael Cox. If you're into data, read Tom Warville. And if you're into transfers, it's David Ornstein. Plus, if you're a fan of any Premier League team, then there's a journalist dedicated to you, and you can try it for free for 30 days now by clicking the link in the description.